Is nobody met coming?
I haven't seen him today.
Me neither.
I haven't
Yes,
seen him all
not.
day.
All right, next item on the schedule is, discussion action fire restrictions. Are we lifting them? What's the plan? I don't know.
Wagonhead was, he, I don't know.
Well, we sure don't need to be in stage 2.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, that's,
Drop to one or none.
I don't know, when does open burn usually start? October 1st or September? No, of the what? The fall open burning season, when does it normally start?
Well, I don't know.
I think around October 1st, right?
You don't have any
I
idea.
think so.
And then you cut it off mid-November for November, December, end of November. So it's December, January, February where you can't burn it all. Right? Something like that, yep.
Someone's coming.
Tom's in Bozeman today.
Yep, so I'd like to make a motion that we rescind, all burning restrictions been laid on us this summer and go back. What means we get rid of stage 1 and stage 2.
Is there a second?
Second.
Oh.
Any discussion? All in favor, signify by aye. Aye. Wholeheartedly.
Quick question, which restriction is it where you can't use a evening chainsaw? It's stage 2.
During hoot owls and stuff. 3, you go, there's the one more that we never did get to.
I've never seen a school of 3.
It came on my wife's phone that there's a
We should rescind.
fire at small. Is there anything about that?
I haven't heard anything.
Came on my wife's phone yesterday.
Check my,
Actually this morning, but I couldn't see any smoke up
check
in
my
that
fire map.
It's nice and clean out there. You can actually see
Yeah.
and breathe.
Might have been an old snag tree that got hit by lightning or something. They can smolder for a week, 10 days.
Nothing on the state's not reporting anything.
Air quality is good.
It's dry up there.
Did you guys get rain?
Way dry.
Oh,
I was all the way up Small.
What's that?
Did you guys get rain
It just
over out there?
crunches. when
Over
you
the
walk.
weekend, over this?
Yeah.
That's what
No?
we used to say, be trailed out of there and they break off more than just step on it and grass.
So what kind of action do we need? Do
You
we
can
need
hear
to do
them walking
anything?
through it.
For what?
That this has been rescinded? Do I need to tell anybody?
Oh,
Goes in the paper.
it'll right there,
I'll write it, but I don't know if you have to do a official notice.
right there, it's talking about it.
All right.
I have no idea.
Let's just go start a fire.
You guys are sending it,
That's right.
so you can't blame me.
Being one of the folks who's gonna go put it out, I'd really appreciate it if you did.
Oh, you big baby.
So
As much as I would love to be at the office for the rest of the day.
we were camped last weekend and the mother was saying, come on, David, we can have a fire. We're right here. We'll have a bucket. We'll have a shovel. Let's just, come on. My son would not.
He works for Forest Service, right?
No, my older son.
Oh.
Would not do it, would not do it. I'm like, Dave, come on, seriously. I never thought I'd be the, but, so we put candles in the fireplace outside.
I'm sure that generated a lot of warmth.
So they were just trying to set the mood.
The ambiance.
Oh,
Roast a marshmallow.
Yeah.
on a candle? Wow.
Scented candle, yeah.
No, maybe you should throw in an LED one, and then you're screwed. That's raw meat,
What
baby.
if you get a chocolate scented candle? Do you automatically
You know,
have
I
a
have a
s'more? Is that
coffee
just a
candle
s'more?
that we are not allowed to burn because it just smells so damn good.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like, we keep the lid on it all the time, but whenever, it starts warming up, you can just sort of smell it and it oozes out. Oh my God,
Up there at Mango, they
not allowed to
give
burn
away
it.
2 of those. What are they? SOS fire pits. or-
Oh,
Solo
yeah.
stove?
What?
A solo stove?
So,
A
that's
little
it.
jet with
Yeah,
stainless
one
steel.
of them was about this.
Yeah,
big,
that's
and one was
smokeless.
about this.
Yeah, those are
My wife won one over here at Vigilante Electric across the street here a while back, and we had it at home. I was thinking about giving it to Mike or somebody. And my daughter showed up and her husband, and shit, they grabbed that thing.
Oh, I
so
bet
quick.
they did. Those things
So it
are-
went
They're not
forward.
cheap.
They're
Yeah,
kind
we
of,
looked it up online. That was $175 for that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
All right, I've got a hearing at 11. I'm gonna go get ready for that.
Thanks,
Yeah,
bud.
thanks a lot.
Thank y'all.
I guess I'll be over there 11.
See you there.
Yep. This better be worth my time.
No guarantees. I'm not in the business of making guarantees, you guys.
Or making people happy either. He's in
Hey, watch it now.
he's in the business of,
When you enter.
I'm in the business of doing my job.
there you go.
Happy.
And you do it well.
That's loyal, right
There's
there.
an old Saturday Night Live skit where a guy is Adam Sandler or somebody, he's an Italian travel guide, and it's a commercial. And he's saying, you know, we can take you to the Riviera and do all this stuff. But here's a warning. If you're unhappy now, you might be unhappy in Italy. We can't make you happy. We can take you hiking. We can't make you love hiking.
There you go.
True. Good one.
Okay. My wife picks up t-shirts at Goodwill all the time, and I keep telling her she's got to wash it before I put it on, but she come home with one here about 2 years ago, and it shows a skier on it with a tree, and he's spread around this tree, you know, and it says underneath it, shit happens. I just love that t-shirt.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So this is good till June 30th, 25.
Mr. 4-H.
it just,
A little behind there, aren't you?
I have until December to turn it in. So I was waiting until I had my budget all finalized.
Yeah.
And then fair happened, and then I had to wait till I had time again to plug in all the numbers.
The agreement covers period July 1st, 24 to June 30, 25. All good.
I didn't have a budget on July 1st yet.
Easy. So we have till 11 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go eating yogurt.
Eating yogurt. Is that your 10 o'clock snack or is that breakfast?
Yes.
A little bit of both.
Yogurt. I had to eat yogurt when I was taking all my pills. They make you eat something coachy.
Yeah.
You take a lot of gold. Make you eat yogurt twice a day.
So which one of you guys do I talk to about that road thing?
What little thing?
The one you just spent like an hour talking about?
Well, when you wait till after Tuesday's meeting, basically.
Ah, you talked about it in another meeting today.
Yeah.
What else do you need to know?
Well,
I'm just trying to get clear as to what the hell is happening. That's all. I don't know how long you've been working on this. I don't know what the original thought was or any of that. Who's got the history? Who's willing to talk to me? None of them. Wow, that's
Well, it's
striking.
been a topic for
Zero.
a long time.
We had meetings about it.
It's been on the agenda for 3 or 4
Yeah, was it before I came here? Because it sounds like it's been in the works for a while.
Yeah, we had a meeting with Forrest on the road last
Oh,
June or July, I don't remember, so.
which is why I don't know anything
Early
about it.
spring.
I thought you weren't there. I'll be darned.
No,
There was a bunch of people there, so I don't remember who was there.
yeah, no, I was not there. So somebody's got to brief me.
We went and discussed and set up a plan of work that they need to do to upgrade the road for us to take it over. And everything was all agreed to.
So the end goal is you want it to be a county road for access,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right? What is the road? Explain where specifically this road is.
What's the name of the road?
Yeah,
Clark Creek Road,
Clark Creek Road, where?
Polaris, above Polaris.
Above Polaris,
Near the fire station,
near the fire station,
just put that.
okay. And it's been a Forest Service easement with landowners forever or something? Yes,
Forever is a pretty big word.
up until now?
Yeah.
Okay,
At present, would be the way to put it.
okay. Okay, I'll see what I can do with that. But then you haven't made any final decisions and Sky's researching it, right? Right.
Yeah, we need to go see if they've done the work that we've required them to do, first of all. And then to work through this easement thing that was brought up here today, so,
Okay. And the work you've asked them to do is bring up the county standards, right?
yeah.
Mhm. That's what I figured. Thank you very much, Mr. Jackson.
I'll
Mr.
try.
Chairman. All right, well, I guess I'll go over to that hearing. And,
Your estate plan thing, do you have to know how many people you gotta cook for?
Yeah.
And what you call in or whatever,
Yeah,
your office or?
yeah, my office,
yours? Your office,
so,
25th.
you want me to go ahead and put you and your social director down?
I don't know at this time, but,
I'll put you down as a maybe. When in doubt, I get 2 extra hamburgers, so.
there you go. You can take it home if it's cooked.
Exactly. Oh, happy hound dog.
We just redid ours.
And she's gonna talk a lot about trusts, so revocable trusts and living trusts.
Not living trust, we're not a trust.
She's gonna talk about how to determine if you're gonna have to pay federal state tax. What happens if you die without a will? And why it's important to have a will.
Okay, where's?
You call in tech support here?
Yeah, no. We turned it off and turned it back on. Okay, so, okay, what do we have here? So October 15th, I know it's a little late out.
No.
I'm assuming the meeting's gonna be on the 15th?
Yeah, it is.
So LATC at 9:30 to 10:30, if we could.
What does LAPC stand for?
Local Emergency Protection.
The
Local-
meeting I need to go to, I think
Local
that's,
Emergency Planning
I
Committee.
think that's
Yeah.
the day I'm not here in October.
9:30, I'll need to see.
Yep. 9:30 to 10:30.
Okay. Okay, is there anything I need to
That's
do
just
for
a
that?
review
This is
of
your
what's out
bucket,
there.
right?
No, just,
If somebody's concerned about.
yeah.
Oh, that's Columbus Day.
10:30,
So,
10:30,
no,
yeah,
I-
which will be at 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
14th is
Cool.
a holiday.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Tuesday, the 15th
Yeah.
is a commission meeting.
Tuesday I'll be here then. Yeah, Tom wants me to come talk about my, emergency response to incidents involving livestock program. Been trying to find a grant, but Beaverhead County makes too much money. So all the grants I find are for disadvantaged communities, and Beaverhead County doesn't qualify for any of them.
Right.
You still on for Tuesday?
Mhm. I think so, unless the tax appeal, goes longer. It shouldn't. It's just a reorganization meeting of the board, so.
It's not an agenda type. Kiss on somebody else. It's like a name.
I got 3 of them.
I'm done.
I got one more car moving in it. Should have no problem at all.
So you don't, do you need somebody to take a pink car off your hands, or
What's that?
no?
No. I'm trying to get another one, but I'm about to give up. I don't know what the deal is there.
I'll say whoever invented Facebook Marketplace is not my friend right now. I spend a lot of time looking at trucks I don't need, nor can I afford. I'm like, do I need a 77 Land Cruiser? No. Would it be cool? Oh, yeah, it'd be real cool.
Yeah, I've been, for about 4 months now, I've been working on a 65 Bronco that's got 7,000 original miles on the damn thing.
Somebody
About to give
park
up.
it in a barn and,
It's been in a barn. It's been in a shop, actually, heated shop
oh, wow.
forever.
Nobody comes and can test my agreement. Oh, here's Sean. She's probably gonna do just that.
No, Hunter. I didn't know if you were in a meeting or not.
No,
Okay. So those, desks in the other building. You want them?
We'll keep one.
Which one would you like? Amber would like the one in your office. Wouldn't you like?
Commission at that, and we'll keep the one that's in. Or the admin office, and I can move it around if I need to.
Okay, and then that leaves a big grant, a big grant. I don't know if you want to use it or if someone else needs to use it, because I don't want to really pay for it if someone else uses it. She would prefer the one that's in your office.
She can have that one, I'll move the one out of the admin office.
Okay, and then you're still gonna plan on moving all your stuff over there. Okay, so,
Those long tables, I'd like to keep those.
okay, she said if you don't want one, she would like one for the weed department. If you don't.
I'd like to keep those ones.
She didn't really care too much, but that's what you guys can talk about.
Just one we can put pamphlets and stuff out on. And then another one that I can.
Okay.
So that long skinny table I have in my office now,
Yes.
I'm gonna leave that. And then I'm gonna replace with one of those long tables that's already there.
So she's gonna take the cabinets that are in her office that are hanging on the wall. She's gonna take that to desk. And then I'll talk to Mike and figure out stuff on carpet and things like that.
Yeah.
So, and then go from there, and then we'll talk with Tracy on.
I talked to Tracy this morning, he said he's already working on it, so it shouldn't be too hard.
And then I'll figure out when we get it. I'll figure it out.
The sooner the better.
Well, I can only go so fast without leaving your hands.
What's the thing I can do to help?
As soon as I went, needed my,
Yeah.
used my skid steer yesterday. A little dirt around for the boss, you know, one of them honeydew things.
Amber.
I hadn't run it
in her office.
since
I'm gonna redo the office, I'm gonna get rid of all
July.
this, and I'll probably redo all this color.
You shag?
No, shag carpet.
I went
You
out,
guys
it
are
needed,
not allowed to have shag.
I had
You know
to
how much mess we have
switch
with
turned
shag
off.
carpet?
It's what the
turned for quite a
rats are
while.
for.
Bad, it
But no, that's
started
fine,
losing,
but I'll look.
started slowing down, so I went and got the pickup,
But I'd love to paint
Jump.
carpet down.
hooked that jump cable up to it.
Like vinyl and
All of a sudden it fired,
So,
smoke rolled out of the thing and what the hell was that? And a cough
we
started.
have
and then a
to-
Warning light came, or warning started flashing on the dashboard up here that there was something going on. I restored to shut it on and it shut itself off. I thought, what the hell is this all about?
3 boxes left over in the file.
I got up and I looked and I couldn't get back in, tried to fire, and it fired up really good, but it run 5 seconds and shut off. Tried it half a dozen
When
times.
Tracy finds out more on that, then I'll find out what's.
Oh, and I had the back opened up. I'm standing there.
I'll let her know on that.
and
Thank
I'm
you, sir.
Looking at all the, get down in the engine compartment. Here's the fuel cap laying over to the side. All through that. Apparently when I put diesel in it the last time, I don't know what the hell's going on up here. I did put the cap on and all that water runs off in the back and all good and goes right to that place.
So that you got to drain that off.
I had a pump, I've got a little, it's kind of neat, it's a D-wall pressure washer thing, put the hose down in there and cause to get to the drain on the bottom of the fuel tank on one of them is unbelievably tough. I sucked all the diesel out of it and I had 2 cans of seafoam, that moisture removers. Poured that in there and I put about 5 gallons of new diesel in it and took the air filter, the oil filter off, cleaned it all, cause I didn't have another one, cleaned it all off. Yeah, fuel filter, cleaned it all out, filled it full of good diesel, actually the premium clear diesel that I run in my pickup. Got it all put back together and I got it in and tried to start it and do the same thing.
There's still a little
Yeah.
bit in there.
Yeah, so
I,
I tried it about 4 or 5 times and I thought, oh, man. I thought I'm gonna do it one more time. I hit the button again and it fired up and it just runs so perfect. It was unreal.
There was just that much left in the lines.
Yeah.
They can only pump out so much.
When I saw that fuel cap laying off to the side, I thought, holy shit, are you losing your mind or what? Good thing it was attached to a little cord or it had been gone, you know?
I was just gonna say, how do you usually run and you lose it something?
Yeah, this has got a little plastic cord attached to it, so it just hangs there.
Didn't have one of those little cords. So I went to the junkyard, spent $4 and got a 5-gallon bucket of gas caps.
Oh, yeah.
Took the gas cap off every Jeep Wrangler, Jeep Cherokee, Dodge minivan. And when I sold it, the lady who bought it goes, "What's this bucket in the back?" So that's gas caps, extra gas caps. She goes, "How many extra gas caps are in there?" About
Yeah.
30. She goes, "Why do you have that many?" I was like, "You'll find out." She drove it back to Florida and I get a text next morning. So I figured out why you had the bucket of gas caps. I was like, "Yeah, you lost it, didn't you?" I drove it.
What, did it vibrate off or something?
No, you just take it off and you set it on the bumper and you forget.
Yeah, I forget to put it back on.
I drove it 2.5 hours one day
Mhm.
from where I lived up to the Boy Scout camp. And I filled up with gas before I left town. got to camp and I was getting my backpack out of the back and I looked down and the gas cap was wedged in between the body and the bumper.
Yeah,
I was like, it's
Oh,
been
wow.
back here the whole time.
yeah.
For a while, we just had a dish rack with a rubber band on it.
Well, one thing about this skid steer is it's inside the engine compartment. You open the lid up, and it sits over here. It's down in the, dark place in the hole. So it's easy, unless your mind's working right, to actually leave that gasket. I think that's why it has a little cord off, because it isn't the first on it to hold it. That'll be the first time that's ever happened,
Does it, does gas evaporate then out of that hole? No?
Oh, some probably did.
Oh, yeah, probably some. But I just went ahead and just got a 5 gallon bucket of gas cans. I had 30 of them.
That's hilarious.
I've got to where when I, like this Ram pickup that I got, it's got a little plastic green cap. You just lift it out, it don't turn or nothing. I get to where I hold on to it until the diesel gets done putting
Some
in.
of the trucks and that, like the trucks, Ram trucks and that, you take the cap off, then you put it on the seat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Set it on the seat.
Yeah.
So either you set on it or you know it's there.
Well, the blue pickup doesn't even have a gas cap. Doesn't even have a spot for it.
No, it's got one of them
Yeah.
automatic, one of them, you just stick the nozzle in it, They're actually pretty cool, I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of handy. I was like, why did nobody think of this sooner?
Yeah.
Why have we been
A
pulling
lot
out
of
gas
new
cans?
vehicles have that feature, all right, so.
Mm.
Yeah, they're spring-loaded clothes, you just shove a nozzle in it.
That has that.
Makes it pretty tough for guys that wanna siphon gas out of your tank too, because they leave their hose, because it's really tough. No, you can take a screwdriver or something, push that little deal, and they'll come out, but otherwise it grabs a hold of your hose. Not that I've ever done that.
When I was in high school, my dad called me siphoning gas out of the lawnmower into my Jeep. I couldn't find a gas can, so I was just trying to just siphon directly out of the gas, or out of the lawnmower into the Jeep. And,
It's not very tasty, is it?
well, I just filled the hose up with gas before I.
Oh, I see. You had enough elevation difference.
Yeah, I figured out you can fill the hose up and you don't just suck on it.
Yeah.
But he comes out and he says, for all the gas that lawnmower's been going. No.
What?
And it's like, every time I go to mow the yard, the lawnmower's empty. I fill it up after I get done every
I know
time. I'm
nothing.
like, I don't know what you're talking about.
But this 11:30 meeting's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
She wants us to control what the neighbors do in their land.
Inside the subdivision, they can write whatever they want to do, but they're covenant thing. And they gotta enforce it. We don't have nothing to do with enforcing it.
Rob came in and talked about it a little bit the other day.
That's the trouble with homeowners, is like they put all them on there, but then they don't take action to enforce it. Usually the only way to do it is a civil suit, back and forth to each other.
2 minutes.
Just copying off the paper.
Looking things over.
1 minute.
All right, I assume that, they're probably gonna be the only one to show up for this one.
No, the only one with the vested interest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Discussion and action, extension county agent agreement, I guess.
So,
Yes, you have the paper there. And this says you're gonna continue to pay MSU to have me.
You wanna look at this?
I do really like my job.
Yeah.
And I don't have last year's agreement, so I don't know how to compare it if it went up or down or.
No, I think we pay you that much.
There's a spot for all three of you to sign on the back.
Make a motion to approve Extension County agreement.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, signify by
Aye.
aye.
Thank you.
You got us over barrel.
Yeah.
Motion carried, by the way.
Congratulations, you're
All right.
approved for another annual.
Another fiscal year.
Do you know the percentage of, we pay half of your
I
salary?
think it is that.
What did it say, you pay 39? We gotta do some mathematics.
When's this state thing? Oh, you go ahead.
Oh, the estate planning? That is on Wednesday. Meal starts at 5. Sorry, threw me off. Yeah, meal starts at 5 at the 4-H building. The presentation starts
Oh,
at
is
6.
it 4-H building?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You pay a little over half, but MSU also pays all the benefits. So
Okay.
it probably works out to about half. You got your spinner there, Mike?
Yeah.
I had to get that for my little boy. He's a picky kind of a guy.
Well, thank y'all, and I will get this sent off to the accountant.
Okay.
Here you go. Thank you. You betcha.
Who put the speed study on Highway 91 south?
Who asked for that? Oh, it was that couple that came into the office. They actually came in. Remember who was that?
Oh, yeah.
It was an older couple.
Somebody ran to their house.
Yeah.
Found out it was BJ's son,
Oh,
BJ Closey.
oh, really? Well, I think it's gonna be pretty well attended. I know Carly Anderson wants to come, probably JB, so. So we can do the minutes, but I also want to talk to you guys, all three, about what's gonna transpire here with elections now.
Is Stacy, she's advertising the opening, I guess, pretty
Oh,
soon?
yeah, but I doubt if she won't hire before the election.
Probably not.
It'd be silly anyway, you don't have time to train. And so, yeah, it's just, the timing is just horrific. Because this person's gonna get hired and somebody's gotta train them and,
It's gotta be you.
yeah. And I'm just gonna be, I just wanna be frank with you guys. I don't know how, this is my opinion. I think that putting a road with this position is gonna be an awful lot. It's just my, we got between tax appeals and
Commissioner, just
all the other boards and 911, all the
go on.
county health board, whatever, all that stuff. There's a lot involved in this. And I don't know what the road is, but I think it's a lot more than what somebody told you it was. So there you go. I've been wanting to get it out of my chest.
We've been asking Bobby and them, said what, they need them every once in a while to look up some stuff and do some secretary work. But, what Jamie was doing was pathetic. I mean, she'd walk over and get bills and bring them back. Bobby brings them. They were doing, she'd always look through their time cards. I asked why. Well, that's what they did all the time. They don't do that no more.
Okay.
Yeah, but this whole road thing,
I just don't know how much is involved in it.
Yeah.
But I think there might
gravel
be
pits
things.
and all that secretary work, Tracy does.
Okay.
She might have posted in the post something in the newspaper.
I know there's gravel permits or something like
That's all
that.
Tracy too.
I don't know any of that stuff.
So, yeah.
And, airport stuff, I'm not familiar with that. Some kind of the health, not the health board, but the mental health.
Yep, that, nobody knows.
Mental health, LAC, you just take the minutes for it.
And then you have to type them up. I mean, it's not just, there's a lot to it. To taking minutes is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You don't have to print it out
The
right.
mental health meetings, are usually once a month.
Once a month? Okay, I have no idea when the next one is.
No, they haven't met, they haven't been able to get a quorum. They had, I'm on there.
Airport stuff, I don't know anything about that either.
And that's usually at best 4 times a year.
Solid waste, I don't know about any of that
That's
stuff,
all.
paying bills and all that.
Solid waste, Nate and,
Right, all right, well, if you guys feel confident, I'm just telling you from my viewpoint, it seems like, but you get a good person.
Does anybody know who's on this committee to select?
the committee for what?
Hiring this person.
No.
You haven't heard? Okay, well, I think we ought to get her on, damn sure.
Yeah.
I think so too,
And, I'll try to get a hold of Paul a little bit. I don't know what the hell, I thought he could help things out, but I don't know if he's done a damn, I mean,
Paul?
who else is gonna do it, but, like I said, part-time positions are tough. So what do you do in the meantime? Like, see, he's gone, I was gone all last week, so I don't know if this thing's set up, if it's ready to go, if we got questions done or nothing.
I haven't seen a whole, well, you went to Utah.
Hell,
I don't know.
Oh, you wonder why I called?
But it is imperative that I help Stacy with elections.
Oh,
And I mean, she's the one that got me on board back here, and I just feel very obliged to her. to Help her in a pinch. Although I am enjoying that office down there. Very much.
down there in your little piece of quiet down there.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Who do you talk to?
I don't need to talk to nobody. I just turn my music on and do my work, and it's wonderful.
I see, what I walked by this morning. It's been rearranged.
Yes, and it might be even a little bit more rearranged. They, like Shauna said, and that, I'm excited for that too. They're gonna take the baseboard heaters out
Oh, yeah.
and put them up there. My daughter has that in her house.
You can do that.
They're not hot to the touch. You don't feel that they're hot, but they like radiate. It has something to do with heating I don't know how, it doesn't blow air out or nothing. It just like radiates.
It's radiant heat.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, because there used to be, when I was on construction, there were certain people that actually put wires in their ceiling, and that's how they heated their house.
That doesn't make sense
Well,
because heat rises.
Without a doubt, and you had to put up sheetrock, heavier sheetrock, and then under that, you put up sheetrock that had a aluminum foil back, so that reflect all heat
Yeah.
would bounce down, and then you insulate it so the heat would go up and
Couldn't go up, yeah.
wouldn't go up in the attic, you know what I mean? And then, like it or not, it was crazy, expensive in the old days. Because the wires were only like that far apart,
Mhm.
they just went back and forth. And then you put up these little, almost look like a bottle cap. And then they lay the wire on that. And then they texture it. The popcorn ceilings, there's many a popcorn ceiling.
We have them in our house.
Many a popcorn ceiling that have radiant heat under it.
Ours doesn't, but, also, what I want is heated floors. I think that would be the bomb.
We got heated floors in our bathrooms. we laid tile,
Mhm.
and then I just did the same thing, put that in there, and then wired it over here. The trouble is, one negative to it, if it acts up, you're screwed. You gotta tear up the floor.
True.
I mean, it's hidden forever.
But I want to get some pretty tile in my kitchen and dining room. But all we have is a slab, there's nothing.
Well, you can, you put a insulate, it's thin set. First you get it all nice.
It would have to
And
be.
then you lay the wire on that, then you put a little kind of a coating over it, or they make a little cover. Or you lay the wire on the cover, I can't remember, one of the two. And then you put it in the thermostat, or wire up to the thermostat in that room. Isn't it? You don't realize it. You know, you walk out of the bathroom, you go in there, and then you go in that other room that has tile. It's cool.
Yes, yeah,
Look at my feet.
yeah.
Vince told me that fire's name for the goddamn heifers was Orville Stroke.
Never heard of it.
No, he, I don't know where he's from here in the area, but he works for that big feedlot that's fed it's calves, you know, they've
Oh,
fed calves down there
yeah.
in Nebraska for years. This guy's working for them, so.
I've seen
Shit, he might have got on an airplane and flew up here, I don't know.
the two brothers, when they used to send cattle to feed.
Yeah.
They had them coats that said the name of that feedlot.
Yeah, he told me the name of it, but he said but it did stick with me, but that's the guy's name.
That was in a bull sale someplace, I think over by Bulls.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're taking bids. And old Goggins is still alive.
Yeah.
That's grandpa. And he's going down the road, and he gets to the Houston Brothers, and he's telling everybody in all, and he says, "You two are wearing very expensive coats."
Yeah.
When you put cattle. Boy, cattle on feed right now, holy Christ, is it expensive.
Yeah,
Whoop.
well, they did.
I can remember it was $1, $1.20. Right now it's pushing $3. $3 a pound.
Yeah,
Everything.
But, you know, when you add it up, I remember when Herb told me he was paying $20,000 a day to feed cattle. And now I bet you it's 50.
Well, you guys might not relate to this, but let me tell you, I went to the store to buy a container of spice, thyme, I already say it.
Yeah.
$7.99 for a bottle of spice that big.
Spices are high.
What in the world?
That's because someplace, whoever grows that spice, it's like tobacco, or not tobacco, coffee. Coffee's, it was on the news, maybe when I was driving along, whatever, coffee's supposed to go up because Brazil's coffee crop is, Central America's coffee crop is in really trouble.
No, come on in.
Are you using the CR temp? Is that the email that you use to log in my office?
Maybe, DIS has it set up on my computer in there that I don't go to regular email. I do it, it's like online.
Right,
It's like,
right, that's fine. I'm saying your login that you use in my office though. Isn't it CR temp?
yes.
Okay, I'm
Sorry.
gonna have Lisa set one up, elections temp. Because I have one gal that's gonna come in and help us out through
Perfect.
the election. But I want it generic so it can be used for any temp.
Yep,
Or
it
coming
was CR temp is what I was.
Okay. All right. Do we have a time frame with Miss Cindy at all, you gentlemen?
I heard Wednesday, I mean,
Yeah, but then there's training, the new
I
person.
know, I mean, I haven't talked to Paul for 10 days, I have no idea, I just heard
Okay.
him do it.
I haven't seen him.
I haven't seen that for 2 weeks.
So here's my dilemma. So we know that Shannon is moving over, or
Yeah,
Helen's moving over there. She is currently helping you. Heidi thought I was fully staffed, so she's scheduled her surgery for tomorrow. So I don't know how long she's out. So whenever I can get Cindy.
Wednesday's fine.
So, yeah, but she needs to keep up on your guys' stuff though too. So,
We'll figure out.
the other thing though
We'll
too,
figure out, we'll get Bob to help us on the office.
HAVA does currently have a grant, or the SOS office currently has a HAVA grant available for extra staff. And I have an individual who would be interested to come in and help part-time.
Probably gonna need it.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
But as long as it's okay with you guys, I'm gonna probably go ahead and apply for that
Oh, yeah.
to help cover the wages of that additional person.
I don't know, but I don't have a problem with it.
I don't have a problem with it either.
I just have to have that
You
information
can't
submitted
run an
by.
election with short staff.
No, so, okay, all right.
Yes, Bob.
I got a call from the BLM. They're doing a timber sale up Stone Creek on the far side in Madison County. She said, do we need a road agreement?
With the logger, is he hauling out this way?
Yeah,
They got there's copies of them logging agreements.
but she didn't think we needed one. I said, well, I'll ask you guys.
Oh, it isn't bad.
Same road as the talc comes down, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. There's no cattle guards on that other than the bridge, and the dump trucks are.
I wouldn't know why, but that's just my
Yeah,
opinion.
here, we used to have them if they took a wing off of a cattle guard
Yeah,
or
there's
crushed
nothing
it.
there.
Is it culverts they can crush going around the corner? We have that trouble with them.
But she said, well, the dump trucks and the cattle trucks do it, so she didn't.
How much timber do you know?
I thought she said, shit,
Some board feet.
yeah, I can't remember.
Oh,
I think it was like 200 loads or something. I can't remember.
Who's it on? Oh,
I don't know. It's over above the.
Who's
mine,
she?
I think.
yeah.
Ashley Durham. She's been BLM timber sale.
wasn't a
Out
trucker?
of Helen.
Yeah. Okay.
Are they gonna be doing it in the winter time?
I think, yeah, I don't know for sure.
So they ain't gonna hurt the road any.
Well, they always make them leave that much snow on it, so they don't tear it up when it gets wet.
Oh, they're our part. They won't.
Oh, Madison County
Yeah.
side. I remember all them details on South Valley Road and Lone High Pass. And I got copies of those. if you want to look
But I didn't know if we needed one. I didn't think we did on this one, but I said I'd ask you guys.
at them. Then we had, that one time, that one logger on the South Valley Road plowed, pushed snow, and broke a bunch of Huntsman's fence. So that had to be fixed, I remember that. They did it, the loggers.
Well, shit.
Fixed it.
Doesn't the talc outfit keep the road open? Don't they do
We do Beaverhead County.
the, okay, for the county, yeah.
But then from there up, I think the talc company does.
That's what yeah. We don't give a
Sometimes
shit, we don't care what happens across the line anyway.
No, I'm totally honest.
This is probably the way to bring the timber out, I would think.
Which surprised me. I thought if they're over the
I don't
other
know why
side,
the
why
hell you
wouldn't you
need
go out the other side?
I don't know why you'd need one, but that's just me.
Okay.
That, the other side, I don't know that when, Christ, I forgot his name, road foreman on that side of the hill.
Right?
Ray. He was plowing up for Ellie to get there, so he
So
came
you gonna
around
go
and
full
went to
time?
Ellie's and plowed down.
No.
He said that some area over
You
there.
can't? Oh, okay.
Because
Here
I'm
in
joining the
Cincinnati,
retirement check.
you know, the tracks on the cats, it was above that.
I missed out on that. Some of that, I got my first call about the
I've only been in. over there.
bridge being out for 2 days here. a little
Oh,
bit
they did?
ago, so, yeah.
Okay.
God, that's a hell of a inconvenience for us, for you guys to do that.
What it-
It's better to
It's
close
gonna
for all
take 30 minutes more for us to get to town.
We could, we could give them a rubber raft, one on each bank, and then they pull on the rope as they go to get across.
I figured you were gonna get something called.
Oh, great.
Tell them, well, they almost closed it in April and it would have been closed all summer.
Yeah.
Well, then she says, how is the fire engine and ambulance gonna get up here if they need to? I said,
30 minutes late,
The other way around.
it's the other way around.
30 minutes late, don't start a fire. Make sure you don't burn.
They ain't supposed to cross it now, are they?
Yeah.
They can?
You guys signed the thing.
Oh, that's right, we did that. Yep, I didn't tell her that, but yeah.
If there's not a bridge there, I don't know how she thinks she's gonna get across it, so I'm just letting them know. Okay, so.
I did said, you know, if that bridge falls in with your car on it, it's gonna ruin your car.
All righty, I'll call her back and tell her. Yeah, did she say where she lived?
She gave me a name and unless I write names down, they don't stick with me. I've been that way all my life. Just, apparently it's in that subdivision just beyond there, so,
The Rancho Blacktail?
yeah.
Or the bird one?
That's really.
Terry, yeah, they gotta move out just north of town here on the Highway 91.
Yeah.
When they change that, when they fix that, they're talking next year or whatever.
Oh, are they finally?
Yeah.
Yeah, they said there was hopefully funding available, but that's gonna be that long. But you think that's gonna be shut down for 2 days? That'll be 2 months at the best.
Yeah.
And anybody from that, Lover's Lead, I guess you can drop that, you know, you can go back and shoot or drop down through that little pass there, Pioneer, yeah.
What a pain.
But they're gonna be a
That's
couple
not
months
a
on
big
that.
deal, that's only maybe 5 minutes of it, more, or.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good, thanks.
Yeah.
See you later.
Hi. Can I? Hi. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Can I get your guys' names?
Michelle Stephen Hazard.
Hi, how are you?
And Sally Cobal.
3 more.
Sally last name?
Cobal, Cobau.
That's it?
Yeah, just Cobal.
Okay. Michelle, is your last name hyphenated?
Yes.
And is it PH,
Yes.
Stephen, and
SS.
SS? Thank you.
The other neighbor.
Oh, was she gonna come down?
Well, she knows about it.
Which one is she?
Next to me,
Oh,
hers is back.
oh, with all the trees.
No,
Okay,
before that.
it's not ringing a bell, but that's just,
What is
that?
It's long and it's set back,
Oh, okay.
and they've got the fencing. See if she's on. Please remind her she's.
And so what's your name? I know you.
I'm sorry, Zach, Z-A-C-K, and the last name is Medina, M-E-D-I-N-A.
This is your subdivision.
It's not mine. Good friend of mine, potential client.
Okay.
Lot of reasons.
Zach is the surveyor for more.
No, I'm not a surveyor. I'm
He's
not
not a surveyor.
a broker.
Oh,
Jonathan,
that's fine. I'm sorry.
he works with Matt Moore. He should be here soon. He's scheduled to be here. I'm not sure what his last name
Oh, okay, because finance was some sort of transaction, for 75. She was so cheap to me. Oh, yeah, because I know somebody that's wrong. So, I don't know.
I don't know, Kathy, if you wanted us to do this deal.
Discuss it, it's just, you wrote on here to discuss it.
His name is. Oh, okay.
That was, I wrote.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I think it's stuck underneath.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, I can see through the page.
Oh, yeah.
Hi,
Hi,
how are you?
good, how's it going?
Good. Can I have your names and spellings, please?
Josh Regan,
REA,
Regan.
thank you.
Chad?
ALEY?
B.
This program is in total 15 businesses, 20 working adults. This is the
Sorry. Yeah, but they generally have to wait, because that's when they. And then,
Does they have to be on the agenda?
No, we're just discussing it here.
We got a minute, let's go ahead, Bob. Next item.
Did you have somebody coming, Zach?
I'm here. We don't, the owners, don't propose something that can't be here. There might be one other gentleman coming from the engineering firm.
We can wait till
Yeah.
another minute.
Yeah, it's.
All right. Discussion and action, Access Canyon Estates minor subdivision preliminary plat approval. And Rob, you got the floor.
Okay, go ahead and read the findings of fact by the planning board and planning staff and final action of the county commissioners on the preliminary plat of the Access Canyon Estates minor subdivision. Background, this proposed subdivision will create 5 tracts, lots 1 through 5, lots 1 through 4 are 2.5 acres, and lot 5 is 10 acres, split from an existing larger tract of 20 acres. The owners of record are Jesse and Christina Moslaw. The proposed subdivision is located in the northwest quarter of Section 5, Township 8 South, Range 8 West, Beaverhead County, Montana. Land use in the immediate area is a combination of existing residential home sites and farmland with mostly dry land grazing. Current land use of these 5 tracts is an existing single-family residence with all existing utilities. Findings of fact, the preliminary plat and supplemental information has been reviewed to determine whether or not this proposed subdivision complies with the Montana Subdivision and Planning Act, the Beaverhead County subdivision regulations, and the Beaverhead County growth policy. In accordance with state law, the planning staff makes the following proposed findings of fact based on the local government review criteria as set forth in section 76-3-608 Montana Code annotated and the county subdivision regulations. A, effects on agriculture. These 5 tracts are currently being used as one existing single-family residence with all existing utilities with some dry land grazing on the remaining portion of the parcels. Conversion to residential use will result in a loss of some dry land grazing. Mitigation of potential impacts to adjacent agricultural activities includes a 3-year noxious weed management plan for these tracts. It is worth noting that the town of Dillon is a little over 2.95 miles away. B, effects on agricultural water use facility. There are no existing water rights that will be conveyed to these newly created lots. Therefore, no adverse impacts are anticipated. C, effects on local services. Beaverhead County will provide law enforcement. Solid waste disposal for these properties are handled by the Beaverhead County landfill. Road maintenance for the primary access road, Smith Road, will be provided by Beaverhead County. Dillon Ambulance will provide emergency medical services, and the Dillon Volunteer Fire Department will provide fire protection for this proposal. All indications that there is adequate capacity at both Beaverhead County High School and School District Number 10 for any additional students that may attend the respective school. No adverse impacts to local service providers are expected. Effects on the natural environment. As noted earlier, there is a noxious weed management plan. This plan is being reviewed. This noxious weed management plan will help mitigate potential impacts to the natural environment. With review and approval of the noxious weed management plan, potential impacts to the natural environment can be mitigated. E, effects on wildlife. No impacts to wildlife are anticipated. F, effects on wildlife habitat. The area is occasionally inhabited by deer and predators such as coyote and foxes. Also, rabbits, ground squirrels, and rodents have been observed. Various upland game birds, migratory game birds, and raptors occasionally use the area. No significant impacts to wildlife are anticipated. G, effects on public health and safety. There are no natural or man-made hazards on or adjacent to this proposed 5-lot subdivision. Beaverhead County has reviewed an on-site wastewater system permit for the residents located on Lot 5. Water tests will be run on the existing well for coliform and nitrate levels that will be done prior to the final plat. Lots 1 through 4 will require DEQ review and approval for well and septic location. Well logs submitted with the proposal show a well depths from 112 to 180 feet with a static water level running from 70 to 140 feet and pumping about 18 to 20 gallons per minute. No potentially significant adverse impacts to public health and safety are anticipated. Legal and physical access. All of lots 1 through 5 will have access through Blacktail Vista Lane, a homeowner's maintained road, onto Smith Road, a county maintained road. Utilities. Both power, Vigilante Electric Co-op, and telephone service are available to the proposed subdivision from the Smith Road right-of-way. Park dedication. No park dedication or payment in lieu is required for this 5-lot minor subdivision. Variance requests. There are none. Conformance with the growth policy. The proposed Access Canyon Estates minor subdivision is in general conformance with the Beaverhead County growth policy, as well as the City of Dillon growth area plan. Because of its close proximity to Dillon, 2.95 miles, this area around Dillon has seen a growth in residential home site development also. This trend can be expected to continue into the future. There is a slight loss of farmland as these parcels are used as an existing single-family residence with all existing utilities with some dry land grazing on the remaining portion of it. This proposed 5-lot minor subdivision would be in general conformance with the county growth policy. Staff recommendations. Based on the above findings of fact, the Beaverhead County Land Use and Planning staff recommend approval of the preliminary plat of the Axis Canyon Estates minor subdivision, subject to the following conditions. 1, certification by a licensed abstractor showing the names of any lien holders or claimants of record against the land and the written consent of the subdivision from the lien holders or claimants against the land. 2, any and all adopted state and county requirements, including DEQ approval, which apply to the proposed subdivision, shall be met unless otherwise waived by the governing body. 3, the final plat shall be submitted to the county planner by the developer with the appropriate review fees to ensure compliance with all the conditions prior to approval by the county commissioners and recorded by the clerk of recorder's office. 4, the owners, heirs, successors, purchasers, and landowners waive the right to protest the creation of a special improvement district or a rural improvement district to provide improved access roads to these parcels. This waiver is binding for a time period of no longer than 20 years after the date that the final subdivision plat is filed with the county clerk and recorder and will run with the lands included in the subdivision. This will be clearly stated on the final plat. Site-specific conditions. 5, a cul-de-sac should be placed at the juncture of south boundary of lots 3, 4, and north boundary of lot 5. Access driveways, when constructed, need to meet county subdivision driveway construction standards for width, material, and culverts, and signage. 6, address signs that adequately identify the homeowner shall be placed at the juncture of the access road / driveways to the lots. 7, easements for utilities should be shown on the plat with the utility easement shown between lots 1 and 3 to provide the main access for electrical power to all the lots with electrical power provided to all the lots. 8, water tests will be run on the existing well for coliform and nitrate levels, which will be done prior to final plat. Those test results should be provided to the county planner. 9, a sand weed management plan by the appropriate department. 10, a sign grazing management plan by the appropriate department. 11, an agreement between the developer and the fire department has placed a fee of $2,000 per lot in lieu of an on-site emergency fire water source. This fee will be paid prior to final approval of the subdivision by the county commissioners. A letter of acceptance for the fee from the fire district is required for final plat approval. 12, prior to final plat approval, final covenants shall be submitted to the planning department for review and approval. That's it for the findings of fact. And you'll notice there is a pretty extensive list of covenants in there. The developer is still working on those, so we'll hope to see a few changes to those too before final plat.
Can I get your name really fast?
Jonathan Parker, ma'am. I'm actually here representing Moore Engineering. I do have the revised plat with me that actually shows the new cul-de-sac and the additional easement for power going through lots 3 and 4, top 3 and 4 between 1 and 3 and 4.
Last name again?
Bargman, B-A-R-G-M-A-N-M.
And you'll notice too on this subdivision, we did continue the easement to the south to provide connectivity to the parcels to the south in case that ever happens to be developed. And that's part of our new subdivision regulations.
All right. I assume that there's gonna be some people wanting to speak here, so if you give your name and before you talk, so we know who you are, I guess, because I don't know most of them. You have something?
I don't have anything at the moment.
Okay.
One question I might have, Rob, you did say the fire department has their letter with that agreement coming. And you mentioned that the law enforcement was gonna be by the Beaverhead County. This document you handed out the other day has got the Dillon Police Department, so I was gonna make sure I had that corrected, so.
Beaverhead County, you mean the Beaverhead County Sheriff's Office or?
Yeah, the Dillon Police don't go out that far, so. And, another thing that I think the planning board and people need to be, aware of is, these AED, auxiliary dwelling units they put on, places. because it doesn't mention in here anything on this solid waste provided by Beaverhead County Solid Waste District. And we've got a really good way to start tracking, through septic systems on this, but we don't really address these ADUs on solid waste. So if there's a mother-in-law house or whatever they put on there, one over there, that increases at least by a proportionate share of the solid waste, whether it be long-term rental, short-term rental, or something like that, and that needs to be addressed in here. On some of these, if they're starting to allow all these ADUs.
Yeah, the ADU thing, I had Tom Wagonette look at it as a sanitarian. And that if these current lots are rolled up as single-family dwellings, then that will not allow an ADU. They'll have to go through a rewrite of the DEQ or a re-review of the DEQ in order to add an additional house to an additional septic tank.
Perfect, got it.
So I think it'll be fairly difficult for them to get that.
Okay.
I just, maybe my ears didn't pick up on it, Rob, did homeowners associations involved? I never heard
Yes, yes, there will be an HOA and there's pretty extensive covenants in there.
that. That's why I asked about it.
And there's a few things they're going to add to the covenants as they are done right now. We'll take a look at them before we go to final plat and make sure they meet everything that we need.
Okay.
I think one of the other things was mentioned was no fireworks. Possibly allowing, Jack, our extension agent, has gone out and has done some work on researching the or the animal uses and seeing if there can maybe, there's no large hoofed animals on the 2.5 acre parcels for the most part. So they're kind of looking at maybe adding something to the covenants that says for like 4-H things where they have a 4-H project going on for the fair, that they can allow that to happen.
Yeah, as he pointed out to us, that the 4-H animals themselves would actually, they would be bringing in feed for them. So he did do a grazing plan, I believe, or started working on that. We're gonna mark the locations of the corners as they will be set once this is approved. And that way he could actually do a grazing plan, take his cuttings and measure the grass availability and that.
Right.
And two, we got an email this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Read into the record. Do you mind reading that?
Dear Beaverhead County Commissioners, I write with authentic concern that the Axis Canyon Estates minor subdivision is moving ahead without the necessary care and consideration for the surrounding neighborhood, including the adjoining property owners, of which I am one. My wife, Sally Bow, and I have owned a house at 250 Smith Road since 2013. This property abuts the proposed subdivision to the west. We raised our kids there, watching our daughter go off to college and celebrating state championships in basketball and football with our sons, Max and Sam Davis. I hope you bear these facts in mind when considering approval for the subdivision, as this approval will have a negative impact on real people who have led real lives in this community. We heard of this subdivision for the first time at the beginning of 2024, summer, when my wife inquired what surveyors were doing in the property next to us. It was with alarm we learned of this subdivision. As a former environmental reporter for the Montana Standard, I don't think enough study has been done to how this subdivision of potentially 4 or 5 houses and an access road will affect neighboring water supply, septic tanks within the vicinity, and the amount of wear and tear on roads, especially on the unpaved Smith Road, where the construction will kick up a significant amount of potentially hazardous road dust and debris if this construction goes ahead. Thank you, Francis Davis.
Put it in record, I guess, now.
They're in the DEQ will review the wells and septic and including all those.
Okay.
It'll be up to them to make the decision.
Okay. Any
So
other
that
comments?
is, so that is my husband's letter. I was gonna read it, but I guess he's working right now, so he didn't have, so I was gonna, I guess he said it before he went to work. So yeah, so we live right next door to this proposed plot. We moved there loving the idea of the open space and how beautiful it was. You keep on referring to that area as like a single family home right now. It was essentially just a trailer plopped on the ground. I don't know how extensive the work was there, but very nice man who lived there. His son Jesse, I guess, inherited it. I don't know if Jesse's in this room. Isn't Jesse here?
Actually, today, he works in Montana Tech and they had a new hire that he had to orient.
Oh, that's fine if he's not here. It's just, I wish he would have just like given us the opportunity to buy the land for us, but he didn't. So now a bunch of houses are getting clogged into that area, and I just, not too happy about it. And, you know, Francis said his reasons, and I agree with him about that. So.
I guess he could have offered the whole thing to you, but, he can't sell any lots until the subdivision's done. So that, I mean, I guess, they're still available, I guess I put it that way, because
But I
that's.
mean, if he said, you know, this land is for, you know, 100,000, it would have been worth it to us just to be like, okay, that would be good. But instead, it's just gonna be parceled out into these little, I'm not a fan of subdivisions, I guess I should just lay that out there. I mean, I understand there's a housing shortage in Dillon, but, you know, I don't feel like this is gonna serve the people who really need housing, additional housing, so possibly, I don't know, how much are the houses gonna go for?
Well, being that we're in the subdivision phase, there's no proposed houses, it's just the bare ground. But this is, you know, what the owner had told me was that his idea was that, of course, he doesn't live in Dillon. He travels a lot. He said he had some opportunities for folks that might be able to buy smaller parcels of ground, you know, where they could have a little space and live close to town, rather than just basically letting it sit as, you know, bare land. As you know, it's been vacant and just kind of sitting there for a while. So that was his thought. He thought it would be helpful to the community of Dillon and offer some more options for folks that may want to buy or build.
Anybody else? Yeah, go ahead.
I'm an adjacent landowner. I'm Michelle Stephen Hazard. I live to the east of the proposed subdivision. We realize that for a minor subdivision, the landowner or none of the adjacents have to be notified. We understand that. We also feel there's a courtesy involved here, or to put it bluntly, a courtesy involved here. I think that the landowner should have approached his adjacent landowners and suggested what he was proposing to do, giving the adjacent landowners an opportunity perhaps to purchase first. He has proposed 4 more lots to make 5. He's keeping the 10 in the back. He's making 4 in the front of 2.5 acres each, which means 4 more wells right there. 4 more septic arrays right there. The existing, the only thing that's existing as far as utilities is concerned is power. I don't know if he had phone, that may be in there. There's no gas there yet. Excuse me. There's no fiber there yet. So some of the wording in your statements here leave a little bit to be fixed. I know that the covenants. I had a long visit with Rob after their planning meeting. We went through the covenants. I don't feel the people who have any say in this have even read them. There were a lot of inconsistencies in them that Rob is going to be looking at with the engineering group. I do know that there's one thing in there that you can't have horses if you have it on the 2.5 acre lots. If you buy two, now you can have horses on one lot. That's something that needs to be looked at. Obviously, I'm not real happy about this either. I think a lot of it is, a lot of the dissatisfaction could have been avoided had the landowner talked to the adjacent people. And I am totally against it.
Anybody else? Anything else, Rob?
Like I said, the DEQ will review the well and septics in those areas to determine the appropriate locations and things.
I have a question about that. When you say the DEQ will review it, is this after somebody has purchased one of those properties and then tries to get it? No, before that, okay,
Yeah, before it even goes to the final plat.
okay. I think that several years ago, many, many years ago, there was a minor subdivision proposed by the name of Tamagen. I don't remember if it was a minor, which was on the property to the west of where she lives. And it might be interesting for you to go back and review that and see why that was abandoned. There may be some pertinent facts in there that will help you make a decision on this.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask, Rob, is this 20 acre lot, how, was it part of a larger subdivision that it got created, or how did,
Yeah, that's one of those 71, pre-71 things.
oh, that whole area out there? Or-
Yeah.
It was all Iverson stuff, wasn't it? That was subdivided
I have
into
no
all
idea.
those big pieces.
I don't care there.
That
Yeah,
needs to be looked at.
Most of the parcels out there were 20 acres or larger
Yeah.
when they were created.
Well, the surrounding ones for this picture aren't. That's why I was wondering how they got all these, Mrs. Davis, yours is adjoining, and it's a smaller lot.
Yeah. We're adjoining
Everything to the
Beaver-
east are small lot. I just wondered how this got, because I mean, I was always wondering if the subdivision across, another subdivision within a subdivision has to go through different rules. That's where we're at. Is that true statement, or how are we going?
Well, if it was a subsequent minor subdivision. then
This
yes.
is, okay.
It is a subsequent.
No,
No.
It was created by the big one, right?
That small lot to the east, that 1 acre one in the front, was carved out of a 22 acre or so parcel.
Can't tell. Was the newer
It
sewer
doesn't matter.
system.
No, it doesn't matter.
Any more discussion?
Well, then I'd like to make a motion, I guess we go forward and approve the preliminary plat with the conditions that Rob read before it goes to final.
Is there a second?
I would second that.
Any more discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries, thank you.
things I will add is, once I get the final copy of the covenants, I'll make sure this is after it gets a copy.
Yeah.
Gets a copy.
Okay,
That'd be fine.
pardon me.
That's not even.
No.
I'd also like to say it, maybe
Thanks
if
for
they
coming.
figured out how to
Thank you.
spell access.
First day I was standing out in the rain, so I'm pulling that out. That's safe the next day.
Are they gonna, no one have access to the commissioners, figure out how. That's why I think that's supposed to be in the trailer. Because this is axe handling, it's not axe assessment. So I think about that. It is possessive. It belongs, it was for axe. And now in here, in the announcement, you've got it at the end of it.
Guess I'll see you guys this afternoon.
I doubt it.
Working on the fees for the fire.
I mean, I guess you can still buy them.
Good.
Oh.
How you been?
So this is
Chad Wall,
expert man.
Chad, is it well B or D?
Yeah, B is the boy.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
Yeah, just so people are aware of it. It's like you're building that.
What are we out about today?
Yeah, we saw this on the agenda, and saw access candidates, and thought we might. Yeah, exactly.
If they get it up front, there's a way you can do it up front.
Usually something like that.
That's what I started at.
Anything room in there is.
Right.
Like four. You know, more of this.
Right, All right.
No longer checking.
Yeah, we're in the neighborhood. We're in the neighborhood.
That's why we're, I mean,
We're starting to work on it.
Important players.
Exciting time for office. It's all about putting money into business, growing things, looking for more of myself, as busier. Yeah. Yeah, which is great.
Last question. Ask for 28 per month.
You haven't seen it, have you? Yeah,
Ask how 28 per month.
Exactly, annex that portion, everything, Madison County.
And, yeah, 321, because they said that's right through.
Yeah.
So everything.
What it is, but.
So gravel planting is not.
From here to there, you know, we
Yeah.
got this and middle out here.
Yeah.
That's the
There's
best.
that. I've used to do it.
Kim Harper's gonna do it before it could be subsequent again.
We have over 99% of people that are working.
I mean, with one guy tries to run on us, but everyone else lives in the county.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you can have your email, and I'll make sure I get that to you.
The place I live on.
Mhm.